days. TLO, what's poppin'? We are on Twitch. We're not live, but you can leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notification bells, man. Let's continue to grow the family from Chicago to the UK. We got Britain's teenage drug runners. Gangs in the countryside. It's going to be 2 parts, obviously. Y'all know how I'm coming. Let's get into it, then.
Rural villages and seaside towns across the nation are under threat. Urban gangs are moving in and selling drugs. Police are trying to tackle these gangs who are extending their drug networks from the cities into the countryside.
What the fuck? Did they just saw that shit open?
The main issues that come with drug dealing are the violence. There is turf wars, there's drugs overdoses.
It's a steak knife. Which I okay.
You get kids attacking kids, all from the same area, and it can become a very toxic environment.
This is what they call crack cocaine.
There's all sorts of names for it. Going cunt, going county, you're going forest. OT.
They got a lot of teeth.
Out there.
Alright, I'm taking this serious.
Are transporting and selling Class A drugs hundreds of miles away from home.
This is so system, mate. In the country, I can't bleed, because I'm not going to let you up. You can be a guy that's coming to rob me.
This film goes inside this secretive world to reveal how it works and the battle to combat it.
What, we're going to take 1 murder, 2 murders, 3 murders before somebody actually does something about it?
The majority of the gangs are based in London. Their drugs are processed here before they are sent into the countryside. They predominantly sell heroin and crack cocaine.
That's what y'all call OT Bop, huh? Okay, got it.
This is the white one, what they call crack cocaine. But the youngers, they take up the country. This cocaine in 2,800 pounds. It don't come down through no one else. No go and get to cut it or anything. First guy come to, it's us. Basically, the purest is like 95%.
Was that crack cocaine or was that just cocaine and he's gonna make it into crack cocaine? YouTube don't, I'm just watching the video, I'm repeating what they're saying. I'm here for educational purposes.
Huh? Yeah.
Get out the kitchen, bro. First of all, you call it the regular shit. Get out.
Yeah. A white friend that I know told me that up the country, it's better, innit? Things faster, less good stuff, all of that. So that's why I just went up there for a weekend and just looked at everything. The first line to set up was very, very easy. It wasn't that hard. There was no one to compete with you. It's competition, you know. It's violence. If you don't stand your ground, then people just take your thing as well, innit? But
why is it so dark?
I found out I sold for our college. Never looked too black for me. Out on the street. Like, this was the next thing that I know. I started cooking it when I was like 16, 15. I need to make some money, man. But I used to in these
no, I didn't mean to do that.
From the best and all the different techniques in it. Cooking. And just learn from the best and all the different techniques in it. I'm just leaving these ones to try out kitchen roll in it. Yeah, proper hard now, man. This, 500 pounds.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Cut it up. Put double over to 9 or 10. This product is the best. And the people them that smoked it, they're asking for it, they're screaming for it.
Whilst the crack is produced by senior gang members, it's often
he was
transported
right.
and
My
sold
bad.
by children as young as 12. They're less likely to have a criminal record and attract less attention from the police.
I just work with the younger people because we're younger people. Young one is 13 years old, 12 years old. If your head is ready, you're ready. At that age, just come to drop off and come to get some money.
How do you feel?
Honestly,
Do you feel bad abusing young people?
I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad.
What do you think about people say it's kind of exploiting young people?
Exploiting. So why the people then that we've seen, why they don't help the young people? Show me what you're doing. You're not doing nothing.
And some people say it's like grooming children, it's like manipulating them. What do you say to that?
I don't groom no one. Society groom people. Just like it was grooming me as well. If it was a way, I would look down this alley.
I'm not gonna lie, he's speaking facts. I'm sorry. This is gonna be controversial, but I'm on the. I know what side of the fence I'm coming from, so therefore I got to agree. He said I ain't groomed nobody. Society groomed him, just like society groomed me. I feel that. Society, my environment, with the cards that was dealt to me, that all groomed me. Simple.
It was a way I couldn't give no youth this alley. So it's not just me go to them. They come to me as well. But it's very dangerous, you know, what we doing right now. Keep moving. Never stop rolling stone. I don't stay one place to go. There's money in there, man.
Nothing left behind, man. Pot clean, boy. Whip!
The London drug market has become crowded. The increase of drug dealers means they have fewer drug users to sell to, so a limited amount of money can be made. To increase their client base, senior gang members go out to the countryside to identify new customers to sell drugs to. Once they have done this, they establish a base to sell from. This is usually the home of one of the new drug user customers. They pay them in drugs or cash. The taking over of the home to use as a drug base is known as cuckooing. Once the base is established, the gang
Trap
employ
that
young
bitch
people
out.
to courier drugs
I'm not condoning it once again, YouTube. I'm just saying what I,
up to the house, and they use the home as a base to sell drugs from on a daily basis. Once all the drugs have been sold, another runner will courier drugs up from London to restock and take over from Runner 1. While Runner 2 continues to sell drugs in the countryside, Runner 1 returns to London, and this cycle continues.
Urban street gangs have been supplying drugs
That's the Yardie way.
into county environments for many years, not just from London, from other hubs such as Liverpool, Manchester, Birmingham, Bristol. However, what makes county lines different is the reliance on a branded telephone number, which is used to market addictive drugs to the user group, and the level of violence and exploitation that is now commonly taking place on a daily basis in order to secure those drugs to market. They're seeing increased levels of knife crime, the presence of firearms as part of the threat mechanism. So that's certainly spread that type of crime culture into a wider environment.
Over 80% of police forces in the UK are trying to tackle county line drug dealing. There are an estimated 15 to 20 drug line operated by London gangs in Cambridge. The police, Cambridge.
The issue with county lines is increasing, the violence gets worse, and we've got more and more stabbings and assaults taking place. And so our role currently is to cause as much disruption and trying to get as many drugs and weapons off the streets as possible. Whereas local dealers don't tend to carry the knives, the London dealers will be more prepared to carry weapons. But whilst that is a new challenge, we won't back down from that. I get very frustrated that people feel that Cambridge is an easy touch to come and deal drugs in, because it isn't, and it's completely unacceptable and it won't be tolerated. We have a zero tolerance approach to drug dealing, and we'll do whatever we can to disrupt the dealers and the people buying drugs as well. We've got lots of addresses to visit to give Section 8 Misuse of Drugs Act notices to, and these are all addresses that we've previously identified as being susceptible to county lines coming and dealing from them. Morning everyone. We're going to start off this morning by obviously advising people that if they've had dealers in their house or they're using their house for dealing, we're going to be taking action on the occupants as well as the drug dealers. If they're vulnerable, we need to put things in place to protect them, but ultimately if they're allowing their premises to be used, they've been warned once, so we need to be arresting them if they continue to do so.
Just remember why we're doing it.
I mean, and right there, you said it right there yourself, sir, officer. We warned them once. If they continue to do it, we're going to take action, arrest them as well. You just literally said, we're not helping you. We've warned you once. Even if they're threatening you, your life, they're doing this, and that, and you continue, we're not helping you. We're arresting you. That's what you just said. That's how I just heard it.
It's not so much about prosecuting people, but it's about making it really difficult for the London dealers to get a foothold again and go into these addresses. Okay, that's why we're doing it.
No, it's about prosecuting.
Section 8 notice that.
You're not the prosecutor, though. Who was that? Did they say
really
who this
difficult.
is? District inspector? Is that like the district attorney? I have no idea. If that's the case, okay, the district attorney, the district attorney is saying that it's not about prosecuting people.
Just remember why we're doing it. It's not so much about prosecuting people, but it's about making it really difficult for the London dealers to get
That's cap.
foothold again and go into these
You're
addresses.
prosecuting everybody.
Okay, that's why we're doing it.
In my opinion.
Section 8 notice at this address last year, and there was a London dealer in there who received 4 years in jail for drug dealing as a result of what we did. So the occupant had his warning letter. He's now well aware of where we stand with this.
Okay. Oh, damn, that type of warning.
Morning, all right, can we have a chat? You've not had any issues with people trying to come back here? And
No, it's been great.
Brilliant, okay, that's what we want to hear, isn't it, at the end of the day? Because yeah, you need a quiet life. What I'm going to do is give you this letter.
Bro off that yacht right now. He off that right now, ain't he?
It's basically like the letter you got last time.
Huh.
If it is found that you are continuing to allow your premises to be used in the supply of controlled drugs, you'll be considered for prosecution and we'll inform your housing provider, who may well take tenancy enforcement action. And just a reminder that if you are going to use the defence of duress, i.e. they're forcing me to do it, you need to tell the police at the earliest opportunity. So it wouldn't be sufficient for the police to turn up, find a load of dealers in here and you go, oh, officers, I've just been... Is that fair? That's for you. I mean...
That's not fair. That's not fair. They need you there at the same time the dealers are there. Then they can tell you. Because you're not going to protect them while they're not around you. So no, it's not fair, in my opinion. No. It's dangerous.
Keep that and show the dealers that. Okay, well, we'll leave you to it anyway. Thanks for your time. See you soon, mate. Cheers. North and East London is where we're finding a lot of gang nominals are coming from, but equally now we're seeing more and more from local areas such as Bedford, Liverpool, Manchester. We've had some Birmingham, yeah, but predominantly it's sort of the North London area.
Last year we had a 14-year-old male who had quite a large amount of drugs secreted on him, and the reason he got into it is because his brother got arrested, got sent to jail and had a load of drugs obviously taken off him. The dealers came up to the 14-year-old brother and said, this is your brother's debt, now you've got to pay back for us. So, you know, we've had a 14-year-old basically forced to sell drugs because his brother owes money.
They're growing up very quickly, these kids are. They're being forced to grow up very quickly, and it's very sad.
Mr. A and his gang packaged the crack in London before distributing it into rural areas.
I'm just getting these ones, you know, go up there in the countryside there. I just get some a little package there, one kind of this. In all, this tree, that tree, 7.5. Burning it, yeah, is just to seal it up, yeah? So make sure it doesn't come out the plastic And also, you look more uniform as well. You get me?
Per day from each drug phone line. Some gangs have more than one phone line.
Money's worth the risk, you know. Providing food on the table is worth the risk. It's not saying people enjoy it, it's just like because of the disadvantages for a lot of people, they've got no other choice. People with criminal records, it's not easy just to go and get a job, you know.
So do you feel bad about selling it at all? Or?
No, I'm not saying I feel bad. Like I said, there's not many opportunities for a lot of people. I watch people getting on minimum wage for the whole day. I could probably do someone better than that. So they're gonna roll with, they're gonna go with me. Someone's supposed to come to see me. So I need to get it ready. Come on. Now you're ready? Yes, am I ready now? That's the first one you're gonna make to get there. You send the runner, you're giving me train fare, whatever, yeah? To make sure he's got a little yard to cut him, and just send him out to the country. He might have to stay over there a week or something sometimes. And then that's it, he'll come back and reload up a bit. And then the same again. Anywhere in the country. He gets it on a set wage anyway, no matter how much he sells as well. The more they pay him, the more they get rid of, because a bigger business sentence if you get caught. So it's more of a risk. He would have to plug down his arse. Just setting up the plug for a little unit still.
You'd have to ouch that in that ad. Ouch.
If you're ambitious enough, you can become your own boss one day. Only remember where you come from. The whole purpose I'm buying this, you know, for you to learn the trade. One day I can chill back, and you give me some tax. I'm like, this is a problem. Look, this one, not real qualified.
Is he one of your best workers?
He's the successor, with the truth. He's a successor, man. School little teachers, kids out of school, try to say exams are more better than selling drugs and that. Guess what? That's a license. My God, it might be right. I get you. First time in the country, I was like, 14, 15.
They give him like a little GoPro.
It was a bit confusing because never been country before. Just looking for the house. I was all by myself, so I didn't know if I was going that way or that way. When I go to a country where no one cares, like plain cares, they don't talk a certain way, they don't walk a certain way, you gotta move in. If you're just new to this, they'll start you off with a £200, £300. Once you're in this thing free, and they send you out to catch for like 3
And they send you out of the country for like 3 weeks, and you come back with.
and you come back, £2,000. I stayed down there as long as the package were there. Like 3 weeks, 2 weeks, you're not losing once to come back. Imagine the chat right now, you get me? Chat right now, yeah. Get me? Yo, my brother. Man's gonna send this to you now, so cheap. Cool, done. It's £500 worth of cookie. Just working, consistently working. Make sure the food's on charge, make sure the food's up and running, make sure nothing secret with the food's in it. You don't miss that call. Yeah, all this, my brother. All that. Done. I go bust that, you know? In country, it's very dangerous. I can't bleed, because I never know who you are. You can be a guy that's come to rob me. Can't put my trust.
This shit is, what's that word that I'm looking for? Captivating. This shit got the hell out of my attention. This is pretty interesting, man. It's like the same as in Chicago, though. Like, but we don't have to go countryside, but like the burbs and shit. Like, I mean, not weed. I'm just speaking in like point of view. But like they didn't have to go countryside. It's easy, of course. Like less competition. Like just like what they're saying. Like you go to the burbs, people got shitty shit. Like it's pretty simple, man. YouTube, I'm not condoning this. Once again, I'm just just saying.
Capitalism, it's like anyone that tries to take you for like a little baby. They try to say you're scared, you'll do nothing. And when that both know, my parents will be worried about me being taken away from this if they don't say nothing to other people. All the love show someone.
Facts.
And be fearless. Show no love. No love is like love for the people that bring you into this game. The people that are still in this game with you, clapping alongside. No love is for people that try to disrespect you, to take you for a waste, man.
That little nigga really having shit out there. I feel that. That boy said loyal love.
The audience is just pure love for them. Not really see more than my family because obviously that's just what my mum and dad can do, yeah. But street-wise, yeah. They protect you. I say so.
Yes.
It's not saving more than his family. His family.
I know this is not a funny video or anything like that, but I got to say this. It's been like eating away at me this whole time. Bro eyelids is the same color as the mask. That's it. I'm gone. I'm keep going. Man, that's crazy. You say, what, 2 to 3 weeks? We bring back 2,000 pounds? What's minimum wage in the UK? Somebody let me know. That's like a little above minimum wage. That's just as a runner, though. That's what you gotta. No, you bringing that back to the people, and you only getting $200-300.
Social worker Tanya, not her real name, agreed to speak to us about the lack of support in her profession for young people who were being recruited. She only agreed to talk to us on the basis that we would not reveal her identity.
It's easier if you have younger people because they're easier to manipulate. Social media, Snapchat, Instagram has made this lifestyle attractive. Some people in drug dealing put up particular photos of their lifestyle, the good moments, because they know that attracts young people. They're not aware of the manipulation used behind social media. They're out in a crack house and they're being taught that mum doesn't need to know where you are, we're the new family, we'll look out for you.
Out of the young people we're working with, easily 2/3 have either previously been involved in gang cunts, they're considering doing it in the future, or they're currently involved in it and they want a way of getting out. It's black, white, it's all different cultures. Anyone can get involved when it comes to going country.
Of course, you have the most vulnerable groups, so the children that are in care and in children's homes. Of course, they're easier to access, but it's hitting the middle class children because people that are distributing drugs or part of county line behaviour this day and age, they're in college, they're in university because it's a new era. They understand you've still got to have education.
The amount of parents that come across that simply don't know.
That's a fact. And up until, probably 2010, that was an untapped market. You know what I'm saying? You hit university, you you out there doing that over there in that type of field. It's going quicker. It's coming back faster. And YouTube, I'm not saying I know anything or I'm condoning nothing. I'm just saying.
It's incredible. But I've worked also with some parents that are collusive.
Your son has left school. Your son has no GCSEs. He has no job. And he brings you a 32-inch TV for Christmas. And we have parents saying, thank you, and taking from their children with open arms. But no parents stop and ask, where did you get that from?
Young people get lured into this because they're thinking of high sums of money, but they don't realise they're putting themselves in real risk. You only have to be robbed once. You only have to be arrested once. and then you've lost the drugs, now you've created a debt.
What if he lost his drugs? So like someone robbed him or something like that, would he have to pay
Where
that?
you lost it, you don't just lost it.
Is this what you're
So
saying?
where do you lost it? That's my question.
Yeah, you don't. That's a fact. You don't just lose it. Okay, okay. The fact that he said you lost it or you got robbed, he stopped him ass right there. Like, no. You got robbed. You did not just lose it. That's a fact, though.
You reached there, yeah? You shouldn't got the whole of it on you. Yeah? You shouldn't got the whole of it on you. Yeah? So where did you lost it?
Yeah.
You're not talking to no idiot, you know. So if you come and tell me you lost it, prepare to tell me where you lost it.
Facts. Facts. Not like it's gonna make a difference because he's not gonna go back and search for it. So don't say you lost it because that's a lie. That you just trying to run off on a plug at that point.
How did you lost it? It's not hard to deter whether someone's lying on the phone. You know, there's a bit of a misplay and not hard to detect it. But if it's someone that's trustworthy, then, you know, you still come out of his wages for his error, you know what I mean?
So for working out. Between 2014 and 2015, over 125,000 people under 21 went missing. Damn. Authorities are struggling to identify them and find out how much of this is due to county line dealing.
The issue is bigger than what people think it is now. When you're seeing posts about missing children, a lot of the times they're posted in crack houses. And the reason why you're not finding them is because they're not based in London. The statutory agencies are just not able to find people yet.
We became aware of it years ago. That's because some of our young people were turning up in places outside of London with no viable reason, and it was slowly unravelling. The only sad thing was a lot of the agencies, a lot of the policymakers didn't believe it.
That was my next question. Like, what do y'all tell y'all parents? Like, y'all 13, 14, going out to county lines for 2-3 weeks at a time. Like, what the fuck is being said to y'all moms and dads? I know some of them are like in housing and or their state. They're taken care of by the state, but the people for the middle class, like the lady said, like, what y'all telling y'all parents, man?
I realised very much that social work was outdated. It's a very respected profession, but it's not moving with the time. When it comes to county borderline stuff and missing people, this is beyond your job. This is a specialism. Missing people should have a specific team in social work, not your social worker should be responsible for that, because at the end of the day, she's just skipping through the cases. Some people that I've worked with, statutory organisations, from police, social services, are just not people you should trust. And they've been taught that from young. Definitely don't talk to social services, they're going to take your kids away. Community organisations.
Yeah. Especially in like poverty-stricken neighborhoods or poverty like households or you know, and that's the same thing with like domestic violence and shit. Like if there's domestic violence going on in a home and there's a child there and the police are called, automatically social services are called as well. So that's also like why a lot of that goes unchecked as well. That was random, but I'm just saying, it is what it is.
Have a better advantage because on a day-to-day, they're seeing these young people in their communities, in comfortable settings. There's no power dynamics, so they can pick up if something's going wrong, if they're mixing with the wrong crowd. Statutory, they catch things at the end. When they're on the verge of their life is really going down the drain, that's too late.
Yeah.
We're ex-offenders. It's predominantly ex-offender-led projects, so we can relate to the clients. We are positioning ourselves as credible people that young person can trust and talk to. We're in a situation where all of the services are being cut back and nobody's owning the problem. So the people in the country are saying, well, they're not belonging to us, send them back to London. The people in London are saying, well, they're not offending in London, so let's keep them out there. And there's this whole, like, actually, who owns it? Who takes responsibility? Or don't we actually care about young people anymore?
And that's our problem. Nigga, it's a disconnect. You know, they're not cared about, just like what you said, and they feel that as well. Man, TLO, leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notification bells, man. That's part 1, man. Part 2 coming immediately after.